You know that feeling you get when you walk into a house and you just know? I mean, the neighborhood's great, the price is right, everything looks good. But there are certain houses that no matter what feeling I get, I would never buy it. Never. There are actually 6 types of houses I would never buy. And this week, I'm going to tell you exactly what they are. I'm Justin Braithwaite, a real estate broker with over a decade of experience. Let's get into it. Chapter number 1, Polybutylene Plumbing. When I walk into a house and I see a gray plastic pipe stamped PB2110 in the utility room, I'm not making an offer. I'm done. They built up to 10 million homes with polybutylene plumbing between 78 until it was banned in 95. They called it the pipe of the future. Unfortunately, the future had other plans. Shell Oil got sued for $1 billion over it. When it fails, it doesn't just start dripping like most pipes, it splits. Most insurers have exclusions for these pipes, and some won't even write a policy on it at all. I had a client, good house, in contract to sell. The inspector flagged the pipes. The entire house had to be refitted at a cost of over $15,000. I wouldn't touch it. Chapter 2, Non-Permitted Additions. A permit isn't just red tape. It's proof that somebody qualified looked at the work and said it was safe. No permit means nobody ever checked. The wiring, the plumbing, the framing, is it safe? Who knows? I know of a family who bought a house with an entire second story built without permits. As usually happens, neighbors reported it to the city. And when they tried to legalize it, they couldn't because it didn't comply with current zoning restrictions. They had to demolish the whole thing. And even if zoning does allow it, building codes change every year. So what was legal 10 years ago isn't what's legal today. You go to legalize it and you find out that you have to redo the entire thing anyway. I wouldn't touch it. Chapter 3, Underground Oil Tanks. An abandoned oil tank means the oil was removed and the tank was filled with something like sand or foam. Out of sight, out of mind, right? Right. Until you spend $12,000 to clean up an old leak and it's very much on your mind. One homeowner bought a house with a tank that had been abandoned by a certified company. They had the paperwork, but later they found out the ground was contaminated. The tank had leaked at some point and it cost $12,000 to clean it up. It actually could have been a lot more if the contamination was greater. So when I see an underground tank on a disclosure, I pass. And stay with me because 2 out of the next 3 are risks that could affect your family's health. Chapter number 4, Aluminum Wiring. Nearly 2 million homes were wired with aluminum between 65 and 73. A lot of people living in them don't even know. These homes are 55 times more likely to cause fires than homes wired with copper. Not 2 times, not 10 times, not 25 times, 55 times. One time an inspector flagged aluminum wiring and we had to have an electrician go back to evaluate it. And the damage was so bad, his exact words were, "It's surprising this house hasn't burned down." He actually said that. A lot of insurers won't touch these homes, and honestly, even if I could get coverage, I wouldn't risk it for my family. Chapter number 5, Adjacent Zoning. When you look at a house, look at what's around it, but don't stop there. Look at what the zoning is for everything around it. I remember hearing about a family who bought their property surrounded by other residential homes, and there were some industrial properties a few blocks away, but not too close. No one checked what was permitted on the lots around them. Around 2008, houses started getting bought, and by 2016, a warehouse was built directly in front of their home. So I check zoning on every adjacent property before I make an offer. If the vacant lot next door is zoned industrial, it's a no-go. I don't only care about what's there now, I care about what can be there in the future. Chapter 6, High Voltage Power Lines. I don't want to take any chances with my family's health, so personally, I would never buy a house under high voltage power lines. The lines hum, literally. You can hear them. That's not a selling point. Electromagnetic fields from these lines have been classified as possibly carcinogenic since 2002. There's no consensus, but at one point, there was no consensus that doctors needed to wash their hands before delivering babies. Maybe it's fine, but maybe's not good enough for me. There are millions of other houses, and those lines are never moving. Look, I get it. You find a house and you start rationalizing. It's probably fine. The inspector didn't seem that worried. We'll deal with it. That's exactly how people end up in bad situations they regret. Don't learn this stuff the hard way. That's really what this comes down to. Which one of these hit closest to home for you? Drop it in the comments. I'd love to know. I'm Justin Braithwaite. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe. I put out new videos like this every week. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week.